Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking another look here at Matic, seeing what's going on with this guy. It's definitely looking good, but we also want to kind of recognize there's potential for pullback, so we'll talk about that and a few other important factors. Just note, these levels on the chart are previous one-day candlestick closures where the price action had difficulty crossing. Once again, we saw that here right now. And then of course, I think this is a previous week close as well. So again, previous week, monthly closes, those are things we always want to pay attention to. We'll also take a quick peek here at the backend data here for Matic and kind of see what's going on with the liquidity levels there. So we'll just jump right into that first, just kind of get perspective on where the most amount of liquidity is located. So it does look like we got about 59 cents as an even round number where we have the most amount of liquidation here occurring. In other words, that is where we'll see a very, very difficult time. There's probably a lot of support just above that level where the price action is it's a lot of longs that'll get liquidated at that level. In other words, the price comes down to that level, it'll be a bad day for a lot of folks. Okay, because the previous resistance levels here, right about 67 cents, was the last liquidity zone that was swept. There's not a lot of liquidity in the upper ranges here. Okay, so it's good to know kind of as a baseline. Also good to know. Thanks again to my community members for the wonderful feedback. We took some healthy profits from Gala, Ethereum Classic last night, SHIB, Luna 2, 84%, 50, 153. Awesome stuff there. So again, be sure to check out our Crypto Cash Premium group. Awesome, good stuff. We did hit a stop loss on Ethereum, but that's because there was the spot ETF news for BlackRock. The price shot up, went kind of crazy nuts, and it does happen sometimes. So please understand, not a big deal when you see a stop loss like this. Once in a while, it's okay. We did offset that with some nice shorts here from Chainlink at 29% and INJ Injective at 65. All right, so what we want to look at here is a few things. First of all, this upper liquidity level hasn't been fully swept. There's a liquidity level from previous highs here. You can see this is when the one-day candlestick couldn't get higher. So we see the liquidity there at about 85 to roughly 89 cents. Okay, so just note, there could be one last little push up there before the price pulls back, or if it does pull back, it'll eventually get back to that level. We're at a 9+3 on TD sequential, so we're overextended twice. In other words, we came up here 8 days in a row, went sideways, price comes up to a 9, went straight up from there. Okay, so truth is, when you see 2 9s on TD sequential, it typically happens on the 4-hour time frame. It's usually a 72-hour, 3 white soldiers. In this scenario, we've got some significant uptrend with very little correction. Okay, so keep in mind, the price did, of course, correct itself because it came up to 86 and rejected. That's because Bitcoin is hitting 38,000. What do you think is going to happen when Bitcoin hits 34,000? Okay, it'll come down, right? So potential reality here, just to kind of share this with you. Based on Elliott Wave, we could see 0.382 level, about 72 cents is a firm reality. That's kind of one of the beginning retracement levels based on this whole entire uptrend. Okay. We take a look at the 4-hour. This is where things change up a little bit, and this is where I kind of like to focus my time, anyways, just because I'm more of a swing trader, right? And the 4-hour time frame is a really good transitionary time frame for us. And in that sense, we can see 76 cents, no pun intended, actually. 73 cents and 70 cents even. So 70, 73, and 76. Pretty much round numbers there where the price action could pull back to. It would make sense for it to aggregate right here at about 0.5 because that's where the most recent high is located. So oftentimes we see a bounce out that level. So a short to 73 cents or potentially even better, a long at that time might be a consideration. Again, I'm going to reevaluate before we get there, but I'm going to consider looking at that as a potential entry. MACD is trying to diverge, but it's a little too early. We can see that the RSI, stochastic, and money flow index are all very high. Keep in mind when the money is flowing into the coin, we still see the price action usually maintain its current level. Okay, so careful shorting into this coin because you can see there's a lot of volume here. If that volume starts to dissipate, that's a consideration for reversal. But we can see here, though, keep this in mind, the price action, it's an overextended state, comes up, rejects off a resistance level, retests the most recent resistance as a support, shoots up to another 9. So we've got 2 9s on TD sequential on the daily, 2 9s on TD sequential on the 4-hour. That is a lot of overextension. Okay, so you look at this here, roughly a week's worth of trading, up 30%. It's a fairly healthy continuation, of course, you got to keep in mind, because this little correction here really helped us reset everything. But the truth is, we're overextended now. There's no other way to look at it. So you're going to look here at Matic. We can kind of see, of course, the 4-hour time frame. Sorry, correction, the 1-hour time frame. We want to look at the cloud and kind of see if we've broken below that. We haven't yet, but we're trending towards that. And what I mean by that is that the lagging span intersect with the price action telling us we don't want to open a long. Conversion line is now below the baseline, telling us that we've lost complete momentum to the upside, and we're traveling potentially into the cloud here soon. I say potential because we don't really know what's going to happen in the next 24 hours, but truth is, if the price is right where it's at or lower, then there's a good chance we might want to consider a short position because we've broken below the cloud and we're essentially in a position where we're losing that momentum. Okay, that's kind of one of those things we want to look at. So overall, not looking great for this coin. I think it's a little premature to consider a short, but the truth is massively overextended on a lot of different time frames. So it's not really the best, most ideal scenario. Again, I'll send out this playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord so you can kind of see that. But the truth is here, it's not a fantastic place for a lot of altcoins right now. Last little piece of advice, pay attention to Bitcoin dominance, because as Bitcoin dominance continues to increase, which it has been, because alts are coming down, the price of Bitcoin coming down will cause the price of alts to dump. Okay, please, please, please know that. I was expecting that to happen a lot sooner, but now that we hit that 38,000 resistance for Bitcoin, anything could happen right now. So best of luck, be careful, try not to overtrade, low leverage, low position size, that's the key. All of our profits that we have in our community here, these are all based on 5% position size and 5x leverage, okay? So again, we're not draining our portfolio, we're just using small sizing, small positions, and small leverage essentially, making sure that we remain profitable and we can sustain these massive gaps. Bitcoin sells off $1.1 billion in 15 minutes. It's hard to circumvent that when you have a tight stop loss, or if your trade is so high leverage that it's going to stop out instantly. Try not to do that. Do not trust everything you see online, folks posting these amazing results. They're not posting the bad stuff too. Just know there's always a double-edged sword. All right, folks, thanks again for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.